as you rightly told, NBFC plays a very important role in the last mile delivery of credit. And you know that Indian economy is credit stout. There is a lot of lack of penetration, especially to the informal class and to the at the hinterlands, where NBFC plays a very important role. So when we talk about challenges, I personally believe that challenges are opportunities turned inside out. The huge opportunity for NBFCs, and so are the challenges. So if we talk about the challenges in particular, as far as NBFCs are concerned, I like to throw light on the challenges faced, especially by the small and the mid-sized NBFCs. So the small and mid-sized NBFCs, despite of being contributing or have a potentiality to contribute meaningfully in financial inclusion, they face a lot of challenges in terms of continuous line of credit, enabling regulations, and the due recognition what they should get from time to time. Having said that, we are grateful to the regulators and the government, at least since a few years, we are getting the due recognition, but yet a lot has to be done. So as an organization, FIDC is a body of industry body of NBFCs. We represent to the RBI and the finance ministry from time to time. So there are a number of challenges, but if I have to give few of them, number first is that the liability side of this NBFCs needs to be strengthened. And as NBFCs, we don't consume money for ourselves. It is for on lending and for promoting financial inclusion, which in turn will promote economic growth of this country. So on the liability side, if a continuous stream of liability is available to mid-size and small-size companies, they can play a very important role. We have been always requesting and advocating for an online lending by setting up some institutes which can do refinancing. The way NHB does to housing finance companies can play a very important role. This is just one of the examples I gave you. While few of the regulatory understanding will play a very important role for our efficient working. So this NBFC faces a lot of challenges, but at the same time, during last 10 years, NBFCs have doubled that penetration, especially in the areas where it really matters. So the due recognition from the regulators, from the government, and understanding the important role and solving the challenges which are faced by the NBFCs from time to time will take this financial inclusion agenda further. And through various bodies, we represent to RBI and we represent to the ministry from time to time. And we try to sort out those challenges by by representing to them the ground level realities. So NBFCs, I think, if they are helped to overcome these challenges, will still continue to play an important role and increase their role in the financial inclusion space. Without any doubt, technology plays a very important role, and all the NBFCs, irrespective of their vintage, are trying their level best to adopt and adapt to the technology to the maximum extent possible. But having said that, use of technology is a two-way traffic. We need the borrowers also who understand the importance of the technology and who are well versed with the technology. So especially the borrowers whom we deal with, majority of them are yet to come to terms with the latest technology. But having said that, with increasing usage of smartphones across the country, we are very confident that slowly and gradually adoption of the technology by the so-called borrowers in the lower end of the spectrum, or we say in the LIG or the MIG group, is also increasing. So when the technology adoption is two-way, also by the borrowers and so by the NBFCs, it will complete the circle. So from the NBFC standpoint of view, all NBFCs, according to their requirement and according to their understanding, are adopting to various technologies available, which helps us in origination, credit decisioning, and creating a quality portfolio. See, as a lender, our main aim is to create a portfolio whereby we lend money and we get it back. Lending money is easy, but to use technology in such a manner which helps us in credit decisioning is very pivotal and very important. I think with availability of various APIs, or say the latest facility of account aggregator services and all, will go a long way, but we are still at the nascent stage. and we have a lot of ground to cover on this. So technology has started making the difference and will definitely make a lot of difference going forward. But as I told you that we need awareness on both the sides, the lender and the borrowers. I will take it in two ways. I think being a practitioner for more than 2 decades, we in the early days were asked why NBFCs when banks are there. And now we are coming to a stage where we are saying that why bigger NBFCs and not only banks. I personally believe that I'll not go by an HDFC, one merger of HDFC Bank with HDFC only as the way out going forward for bigger NBFCs, because that might be best suited according to their business model. And HDFC already having a banking platform might have found value in getting merged over a period and create more value over a period of time. But India is a country where huge credit requirement is there. And many large NBFCs have demonstrated their capabilities to exist even at a large scale. When we talk about tighter regulations, all revolves around good governance. So as you grow big, and if you increase your governance standards, I don't think that even you need an arbitrage. We as NBFCs, when we grow, don't mind being managed or being governed the way the banks are governed. But the plea is that we should not deviate from our basic objective, whether it is banks, NBFCs merging with the banks and so on. The ultimate objective is to provide a free flow of credit to the ones who really need it. So we as NBFCs are well suited to serve the ones who really need the credit at the bottom of the pyramid or to the SME segment or to the MSME segment. So NBFC as a model can add tremendous value in asset creation. When we talk about being converted into a bank's focus bifurcates between liability and assets almost to an extent of 50-50%. But if you talk about NBFCs, and if their majority of the funding is through wholesale resources, I think they can more focus on asset creation, which is the ultimate need for financial inclusion. And we can be coexistence or an extended channel of the banking system at any size. So according to me, at any size, NBFCs can coexist. NBFC can exist as a bank. It all depends upon the strategic intent of the promoters and the management and the clarity of thoughts as to how they want to carry it forward. But we, as of now, have several examples whereby large NBFCs do survive and do good for themselves. And once again, I repeat, tighter regulations is welcome, and tighter regulations for the well and good governed companies, I think will not be a big task for them to manage those regulations.